My name is Kimberly McNelly. I'm originally from Maine, in the United States, and I was in Nagasaki Prefecture for 3 years. There were other teachers on my island, but I was the only one who went to my schools. My smallest schools were junior high schools. I had 11 students in the whole school. So I had classes with 2 students, but my bigger schools had classes of 30, 35 students, so it was really a big range. I took a lot of Japanese language classes in college, and I really wanted to go to Japan, and the JET program had a lot of support. It wasn't just going to teach English, a lot of sort of international support. So it was appealing over the other options. During my first year in college, I went with a class on a trip to Kyoto, and we were sort of touristy. We went to all the temples, and I really enjoyed that. But I wanted to get also, I wanted to see the countryside of Japan because everyone goes to Kyoto and sees the temple. But I didn't feel like I got a very good sense of Japan as a country, so I wanted to sort of live in a place where people didn't think I was a tourist, so live in the country. There aren't a lot of foreigners in Tsushima, so I think once they found out I was the new foreigner in town, I was the new ALT, everyone was really friendly. I traveled a lot in Kyushu because it was close to my island. I went to Beppu. That was, I know it's sort of touristy and not sort of authentic, sort of serene classical onsen. I went to one where it was like a mud bath, and it was a little sketchy. You got in, and there was sort of an inner area that was connected with the outer area. So, I got in the inner area and sort of like wade out to the outer area, but outside, it was still separated male and female, but just with sort of like a log across. So I was out. I had like a little cap on because it's mud, so I didn't want to get it in my hair. And I'd smeared mud on my face because the woman inside told me, you should put it on your face. It's very good for your skin. And I got out there, and these guys were on the other side of the log, and they said, "Oh, you are so beautiful," and come over and chat. So I went over and chatted, but I was thinking, I don't know if I'm beautiful. I've got, the cap on and the mud on my face, and you're really struggling for a date tonight, aren't you?
Japan is a volcanic country, so it has many hot springs or onsen. Visiting an onsen is a popular Japanese leisure activity, and many people take advantage of the beneficial health effects of the waters. This is Beppu in Oita Prefecture on the southern island of Kyushu. It's one of Japan's most famous onsen resorts. The 140,000 tons of hot water that bubble up every day fill the city with steam. This is Beppu Station, the gateway to the city. Inside the station, there is a tourist information office for foreigners. There's another information spot for foreign visitors at the entrance to this shopping arcade. The number of foreigners visiting Beppu every year has tripled over the past 10 years to around 180,000. The Kannawa area, with a history of more than 700 years, still retains the atmosphere of long ago. Joel DeCant, an American from Pennsylvania, came to Beppu after university graduation. He's now a volunteer guide for foreigners visiting Beppu. He started his English walking tours 2 years ago.
The biggest reason why I like Kannawa is because there are many small roads. The cars can't even go down. So I like to walk down there and show people the beautiful hot spring steam and things that you don't normally see in a guidebook.
Joel wants to show foreign visitors that there's more to Beppu than just the onsen, such as fascinating examples of the Japanese culture and lifestyle.
Hot springs in Kanawa have a salty taste.
This is Yufuin, an elegant town full of charm at the foot of Mount Yufudake, not far from Beppu. Yufuin has become popular with foreign visitors in recent years. The secret of Yufuin's popularity seems to lie in the sedate townscape that blends perfectly with the beautiful natural scenery. Tatsuo Tokimatsu, a Yufuin craftsman, produces daily utensils such as wooden bowls, plates and chopsticks. He uses many different types of wood, including discarded lumber from forestry worksites and branches broken by typhoons.
We can only survive because there is vegetation around us. I have a feeling of awe for nature and plants in general. When I treat trees with respect, I lose the feeling that this tree is good and this tree is bad.
Tokimatsu's work is imbued with the warm feelings he has for trees and their wood. Tableware produced by Tokimatsu is used in local onsen inns.
As I carefully place each ingredient on one of Mr. Tokimatsu's plates, I have the feeling that I'm communicating with the wood.
The wooden utensils created by Tokimatsu express cordial hospitality, and Yufuin is a town full of such warmth. Yufuin, where the traditional Japanese landscape exudes hospitality. And Beppu, with its soothing sights and historical atmosphere. Coming into contact with Japanese lifestyles fostered over the centuries appeals greatly to overseas visitors.
We want foreign guides to provide the kind of detailed information that it's very difficult for us to provide. We can't handle the language easily, so we're extremely happy to have guides who can deal with that for us.
I'd like to welcome everybody to Beppu. It's really a great place, and I hope to see you here sometime soon.